Welcome, welcome, welcome to a My Retro Live on this Monday night. Thought I would pull up the stream on Monday night. I don't think I've ever streamed on a Monday night. Hope you guys are doing good. We're here playing Sega Genesis 32X Sega CD games tonight. I thought it'd be fun to do a Sega stream. I think these are the streams I do the most often on a request night is often Sega Genesis, the trifecta as I call it. I absolutely love this system. It's my favorite system of all time, Sega Genesis. And I hope you guys are doing good tonight. We got Jacobians. Hey man, good to see you. G Dub, yo, what's going on? T says G Dub, not much, man. How are you doing? I'm just hanging with you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. Hopefully, you can hear the game good enough. Let's see. Hey, thank you for the donation, MF Martin. Contra Hardcore. All right, we'll get that on right after Captain America. You're the first one. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Tyler? Says Matthew. What's up, Mad Schmupper? Cousin Manny not here tonight. Still, he's kind of doing his own thing right now, taking a break from My Retro Live. I'm sure he sends his best to all of you. You can catch him on his Twitch channel sometimes. Definitely just search on Twitch, Cousin Manny. I think you'll find him. And if you're not already following him there, you can definitely catch him over there. Yeah, I'll have to give him a call and see if he wants to do a stream sometime soon. But I know he's been taking a break from My Retro Live. Let's get into some Captain America and the Avengers. I love. It's okay, Charlie. You are very close, man. We just started here. Literally just hit the button. So, yeah, I'll do easy. Why not? Make it easy. We'll do normal. We'll do normal with 7 continues. Probably only play the first stage or 2 because we already got our first request in from MF Martin for Contra Hardcore. But true story. I used to love this game when I was a kid. I used to rent it all the time, and we'll do Vision. I used to play as Vision quite a bit. I would rent it with my friend Chris, and we kept renting it until finally I was like, and Dad must have noticed. I was like, we're always renting this game. Let's try to find it. For whatever reason, we had a hard time. I remember we had a hard time finding it. This was before the internet, and we could just order it online. We had to go from store to store looking for Captain America and the Avengers. And I don't know if it had gone out of print in like '95, whenever this was. I think it came out in '93, so it was kind of hard to find it. And I ended up getting the Super Nintendo version. We found that in the store. This is probably 94, 95. And, you know what? Let's see. Okay, there we go. And the Super Nintendo version, we thought, sure, it's going to be just as good. It is not. The Super Nintendo version was developed by a different developer. They were not handling... I forget who handled this one. But this is a port of an arcade game, a Data East arcade game. Whoever handled the Super Nintendo version botched the job because it was horrible. It was terrible. It was hardly playable. This version was very good with great soundtrack. Yeah, Charlie, this was an epic couch co-op game. Yeah, far superior. Oh, Matthew, depending on time, Lunar Silver Star Story. Matthew, absolutely, man. Well, we'll see. We got our first request came in from MF Martin. He asked for Contra Hardcore. Usually we take any kind of donations, super chats, donations that come through. Those get sent to the top of the queue. This soundtrack is so killer, guys. I listen to this leisurely sometimes, just while I'm driving or whatever. I will put this soundtrack on. and it brings back a lot of memories of playing this, renting it, playing it with my buddy Chris. I remember playing it at his house a lot. We'd bring it over to his house. At the time, I was huge into trading or buying Marvel trading cards from all the different superheroes, specifically X-Men. And I always wished that we had the X-Men arcade game on the home consoles because it was such a great arcade game. This was, back then, this version, the Genesis version of the Avengers, was the closest thing to having the Marvel superheroes in a beat 'em up at home. Mark Staten, yeah. The Super Nintendo version is not nearly as good as this version. Sad but true. Oh, that's a brilliant line. You can't escape. You will be the one escaping. It doesn't make any sense. I never understood that line. The laughs. This game was my first introduction to Vision, the superhero Vision. I didn't read all the comics. I had my fair share of comics, but I didn't read all of them. And this game introduced me to Vision. And now Vision is like, such a popular character, and he's a great character the way they've handled him in the MCU. Who else is pumped for Doctor Strange this weekend? I'm so pumped. Jacobian's coming off a good week, finished another semester of college, attended an arcade convention over the weekend. Nice. Now you're taking it easy, watching my retro live and eating pizza. Awesome, man. Well, I hope you're having a good time. Akuma. Hello, Tyler. Greetings. Watching your transmission from Uruguay. All right. Uruguay. Very cool. Thank you for watching, man. We do have ourselves an international audience here on My Retro Life and on My Retro Live. I love, again, the music. This is probably my favorite track in the game. Now I'm getting my butt kicked. It's okay, I got a lot of lives. Let's try some Hawkeye. This was such a great co-op game. Hey Horizons, how you doing, man? Yeah, good to see you too. Hey, get on! Who is that character? Anybody know, by the way? Oh, thank you, Wonder Man. I don't know if he hasn't been introduced into the MCU or anything, has he? Sega Steve, what's up, man? How are you doing? Hope you're good, man. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't bumped into you like at AC's or anything like that. We gotta hang out. I totally forgot to invite you. We were hanging out at Seth's house the other night, and I was thinking of people to invite, and I spaced and didn't think about you. I thought for some reason maybe you didn't know Seth, but you do know Seth. Thank you, Wonder Man. Fabian, Iron Man is your favorite character to play as? I love how this game is a beat 'em up, but then it turns into a shooter on this stage, and I think there's another stage later where it turns into a shooter. So cool. And with such a killer soundtrack, it's just a good time. This game is just a good time. Ugh, getting pounded here. Doing well, Tyler. Yeah, brother, give me a shout out anytime. Got my number. Okay, sweet, man. Yeah, I will. It's got those great Data East drums. So good. Same composer brought this over from the... I don't know if he composed the music. I forget his name, but it's the same guy that did the music for Two Crude Dudes and I believe Gauntlet 4 on Sega Genesis. Fabian, yeah, man. Data East made some great beat 'em ups. Jacob, what's up, Jacob? I'm pumped for Doctor Strange and the multiverse. Oh, the multiverse, yeah. Fantastic Four, Phase 4, Thor, Love and Thunder, yeah. Guardians 3, some great new movies to look forward to. Sega Steve getting ready for Retropalooza. Got me the tape. Got you a table this year. All right, nice. That's great. I'm glad you got a table. Yes, I am guesting at Palooza this year. I'm excited for May, man. I got to get a new My Retro Life episode done for that convention to debut there. The next episode is going to be about X-Men games, and specifically about Children of the Atom. And it's all about X-Men on the next main series My Retro Life episode. Oh, man. Hopefully you guys got a chance to see the Sega Atari games episode. That video didn't do so hot in the algorithm and on the channel in general. Definitely underperformed when it comes to the main series. I was kind of surprised. But you know what? I don't know if it was because it was Atari or the time I put it out or what, but Atari for some reason doesn't do as well. Not as many enthusiasts for Atari as there were. But I sure did enjoy making it, and that's really what matters. So I hope you guys got to see it. Ah, Granny's choking the life out of me. While on the subject of movies, watch Poltergeist for the first time. Oh man, Poltergeist. Whew, that was my favorite horror movie when I was younger. Do I know Fightcade platform arcade games? No, I never heard of Fightcade. What's up, Bone CK? How you doing, man? Looks like I haven't seen you on the stream in a while. Poltergeist was a major problem for me as a kid. The fried chicken scene scared the yeah. Oh, I know exactly that. I used to close my eyes during that scene. There was a number of scenes I would close my eyes during. That one, the clown scene, and the those are the two big ones. I used to get scared during the scene when the poltergeist comes back and like the yeah, the whole room is looks like a scene from Aliens, the closet, a monster coming out of it. It was so good. That movie it inspired me when I was well, I loved it when I was a kid, but then as a teenager when I was getting into film school and stuff, and I wanted to do horror movies for a while, I was heavily inspired by Poltergeist. The score by Jerry Goldsmith is one of the best. It's one of my favorite movie scores of all time. Streamlabs Bone CK is always my preferred method, but if it's more convenient for you or anybody else watching, Super Chat works as well. But definitely, it's more convenient. It goes directly to me when it's through Streamlabs. Charlie. Yeah, man. Dad did have a pretty wild, wicked sense of humor. Oh. I want to see this guy in a movie. Has he made it into any film? He looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy villain or something. What's up, Dial-Up Chronicles? How you doing, man? Ugh. Dang. It's okay. Let's do Iron Man now. I love how the music pumps up when they're almost dead, and it kicks into this like really enthusiastic song, like you're about to beat the boss. It's like Avengers Go. Ah. No! The Mom Joe Beth scene was so beautiful. Yeah. I know, right? And flipping on the wall. I think that did something to me when I was an adolescent. Ah, thank you so much, Bone CK. $10 donation, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. For you and the fan, thank you. Much appreciated. We greatly appreciate that. Let me know if you have a request. In the request queue right now is Contra Hardcore is next. And we'll get to yours after that if you have a request. Thank you, man. All right, come on. I know. You can pick up the rocks and throw them. It's like, come on, you got superpowers and you're gonna pick up a can of soda or a rock and throw it at these guys. Now if they did that in the movie, that'd be hilarious. Michael, what's up, man? He says, dude, Michael, how you doing? I like this level because this is the level where Namer the Submariner comes and helps you. Bone CK, appreciate you, Tyler. Your dad inspired me to be a better dad myself. Oh man, dude, that means so much to hear that. Really, thank you. It's amazing to me that he's still inspiring people, and that's the greatest gift of all, is to be able to share him and his memory with everybody. Come on, dude. Jacob. Let's say we're going through all the different characters here. All right, Captain America, why not? It's called Captain America and the Avengers. If this game came out today, it would just be the Avengers. But they felt like they had to put a bigger name as like the headliner for this game, because Avengers were, honestly lesser known as a team than the solo characters. Picking up items and using them as weapons was the best thing back then. Oh yeah, the Turtles started that. Or no, they didn't start that, but I remember in Turtles. No, not Turtles. What am I thinking? You can't really pick up anything in that. It's like Double Dragon, Streets of Rage, Final Fight. Yeah, picking up the items and stuff in the background and different things was made. Oh yeah, see, there's another shooter kind of section here. What this game is missing, and maybe like, parallax scrolling and other things like that, it makes up in just the size of the sprites. The animations are really solid. The music is great. The colors are really popping. And that's on the Sega Genesis, where the Sega Genesis, some Sega Genesis games aren't really colorful. When utilized and developed, well, the colors look great on Genesis. Make a request, throw in Desert Strike. Okay, Bone CK. We'll do Desert Strike after Contra Hardcore. Thanks again for your donation, man. Horror didn't really affect me after that. It's just like, I know it's fake. I love movies. I'm a huge you're a movie buff. Jacob, what's your favorite movie? What's everybody in the chat? What's everybody's favorite movie? This part always reminded me of that one level in Alien Storm. It just kind of looks like it. The TV station, I think. Oh yeah, I love these giant walls, and then they just like break apart, like they like disappear. There's no rubble or anything. All right, I asked. See my power. Is that supposed to be Silver Samurai? Kind of looks like it. Um, Terminator 2, one of my favorite movies, probably top 5. Saving Private Ryan, that's a great one. Back to Vision. Too many to pick one. Yep. Step Brothers, True Lies. Shawshank Redemption. Dang. That is a good one. Delta Force. There's Red Skull. It's funny how Red Skull is like this, the end boss or whatever, the villain. In reality, he's like a really weak like a really weak villain. Like on his own, he has to have some sort of like weapon or something. Gone in 60 Seconds. Man, I haven't seen that one in forever. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next game that was requested. First request donation that came through was... Oh, this is pretty cool. Let's check this out real quick. Again, that soundtrack. I think they shoot it down, right? Or they... Oh, no, yeah, they shoot it down. Or they blast through, yeah. This game was such a great co-op game. Okay, let's move on to... This is for Martin, MF Martin. Thank you, man, again for your donation. Contra Hardcore. Which, you know, I think we're playing the Japanese version on here. Yeah. Yes, I am going to pre-order the Contra collection because I have the Castlevania collection, the limited run. I'll show you guys. I've got the Castlevania collection, so I've got to marry this with its, you know, or not marry it, but I have to unite it with its sibling Contra collection that just went up on limited run. Where this game is on that collection. What's my favorite movie? It's hard to say sometimes. Ghostbusters comes to mind quite often. I'd probably say at the end of the day it's Ghostbusters. Followed closely by Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Back to the Future is way up there. Yeah, that's. I'd say the original Batman Returns. Love those. But I'd say that Ghostbusters for sure is my favorite, the original. Now, as far as those are like my favorite pop culture, you know, movies that I grew up with, nostalgia movies as I would call them. I think my favorite like film though of all time, one of my favorite as far as it's just a great, amazing film. Terminator 2, way up there. Terminator 2, one of you mentioned that before. But I don't know. I'd probably say. Oh, it's so hard. Like Charlie said, it's so hard to choose. I'll tell you what, a movie that really blew my mind when I saw it in the theater when I was in college and going to film school was the movie Children of Men. Yeah, and I'd probably have to choose a different. I'd probably have to divide it into genres. Children of Men blew my mind. I still think it's a brilliant film with Clive Owen. It's a great one. I love the Japanese version here of Contra Hardcore because it's easier. The North American version is so difficult with its one hit kills. I mean, the game is super challenging. Most Contra games are one hit kills, but this one you need that extra hit. I find, and I find I do best actually with the robot. I used to think that that guy was kind of like my friend Chris's dad. He looked a little bit like him. Ah, okay. See, I had to take that hit. I would already have lost 2 lives on the North American version. No plans to play with Manny anytime soon. I need to give him a call and see if he's down to do it. I know he's been kind of taking a break. He's been working on his own Twitch channel and kind of taking a break from My Retro Live. But I do need to give him a call or just text him. We talk all the time still, like every day. We're on Facebook Messenger. But it would be good to kind of get an idea if he wants to stream anytime soon. I'll tell him you guys miss him. I was also wondering if many Japanese-only Atari games. I don't know. I don't know if there are many. I don't know how well the Atari sold in Japan. Typically, American machines do not sell well in Japan. Ah, I shouldn't have used that. I love how he dances here. Like, this is no sweat off of this robot's back. He's like, I'm just going to dance while I kill you. Oh, Michael, okay, sure. He's playing Axiom Verge right now? Okay, sweet. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I saw. Oh yeah, I think I failed to acknowledge there was a super chat that came through earlier. I didn't hear. I was waiting for the beep, but I heard it earlier. I saw it earlier. Dial Up Chronicles. Thank you for your dollar donation, man. Appreciate that. Dial Up. If you have a game you'd like to add to the queue, let us know in the chat. Oh, yeah. Bear with me a second. I'm going to go ahead and retweet the tweet and see if anybody else wants to join. on this Monday night. Okay, I think we did it. Yeah. What's up, retro couple? How you guys doing? That's that classic like Konami pause. Hey, yes, we are. You have to take the you'd have to take the Genesis 2 off. Oh, top half off the cart. Oh, sorry, I missed your first line. Different size cart, not easily. Yeah, the Mega Drive. I forget which one is which, so let's just go with the bottom one. We are. We're having a good time. We're relaxing. Oh yeah, this stage is cool. Dan, how you doing, man? Oh, that was not good. Oh, come on. Right, I'm better than that. Good question though. How did you play Genesis imports? We had the Magic. It was a converter box. Yeah, it was a converter. There was a little switch on it too, and we got it at a. There was a place in town that specialized in import games called Gametronics, and it was the only place felt like in the region. And we used to shop there all the time. That's where we got a lot of our import games. Starting in '92, when we first were introduced to that store here in Houston, and we got that Magic Key. I think it was called Magic Key. Oh man, took him out fast. That was crazy. I thought I was. There we go. Okay. This weapon is excellent for this part. Oh, that wasn't good. And I lost it. This game is beautiful. It's just definitely one of the best Genesis games. I always thought this guy looked like Dr. Wily. Like a nice Dr. Wily. Oh, he's telling me to go. Oh gosh. I sold everything in the collection except for just a few items. Just a few, really, but everything. Sold everything. Let's switch to this weapon. No. I made him mad. Come on. There we go. Dan Adele, thank you so much, man, for your super chat. Appreciate that, man. See, are the alert? Yeah. $5 super chat. Let me know, Dan, if you have a request. We'll add it to the queue. I think we're playing Desert Strike next, and that was from Bone CK. This next stage used to kick my butt when I was a kid. Yeah, man, Charlie, that's honestly, without the videos, if I didn't have the videos, it would have been a lot harder to let go. But the videos really, you know, I'm able to remember those days so well and so vividly in those games, and you know, that was the huge treasure that Dad left behind. And the games, you know, I have my ways of playing them. I'm enjoying buying new games and collecting games with my daughter, and it's like, you know, new generation, and we don't have this giant collection, you know, kind of like overshadowing that. That was, you know, part of the reason. And I'm sure you all have seen the video I put out about that. Been actually thinking about maybe doing a video follow-up to that. Like, do I still how am I still feeling about, you know, like having sold the collection? That kind of an update video. Oh man, this is not working out. This smart bomb. Now you're good, Jacobians. Oh. Oh yeah, you know, never judge somebody until you've walked a mile in their shoes. Isn't that the expression? And it's very true. I love the way he walks when he's shooting. His legs. It's like he almost gives it a little skip. Look. Funny stuff. This boss is... I'm not going to be able to beat this guy in one life. I really doubt it. Yeah, I do have a lot of footage still left over, Nate. Probably another 15 episodes, like 15 main series episodes. I'm going to do my best here. Oh. This isn't even the hard part of this boss. Ah. Oh, I got a 1-up. That's crazy. Wow. I'm actually really surprised I did this because like this boss on the North American release would kick my butt all the time. If I didn't have the extra hit power, I don't think I would have done it. Tyler, hey, what's up, Retro Gamer Man? How you doing, man? Uh, Tyler, do you find most of your game purchases now revolve around your daughter, or do you still buy a decent chunk of the games for yourself? Yeah, still a decent chunk for myself. Definitely, she gets her favorites, and I look out for games that she would love and enjoy. And it's funny, she's got our Switch games organized in such a way that this stack is Daddy's like type of games, and this stack is my type of games. It's so funny, and she is full blown Pokemon, Super Mario, Minecraft. Zelda, like Hyrule Warriors, she loves. Yoshi games, Kirby games, like that is her. She's got her favorites, and mine are usually the Switch games that have like a retro bend. You know, it's really really funny the way that is. What game have I put the most time into? Oh, let me see, Jacob. Are you filming every game you pick up and play with your kid? For the My Retro Life. Not like most of the time I try to film stuff, but sometimes I don't. And I also don't want to get too caught up in like filming and not also just living and experiencing like. So it's kind of like a happy medium I'm trying to make. I'm definitely documenting a lot, but yeah, also trying not to make it like all the time filming. I don't really like that laser weapon. "37 people watching. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you haven't yet, definitely hit that like button. We're doing a bunch of Genesis games. You know, we're also taking requests for Sega CD or 32X. So next we have the next game we're playing is Desert Strike. I'm definitely getting a little caught up in this Contra hardcore though, man. I'll tell you what, I love this game. It reminds me a little bit of that bridge waterfall scene from Rocket Knight Adventure. Looks like a dinosaur. I remember this. This game is so like fantastic. Oh man. I feel like I'm playing a bonk game. Like I want to hit him on the head and then go inside his body. Have him swallow me. Oh, I forgot about that. What's up, Wheelchair Gamer? What's up, Hoosier? Ah. Bonus CK, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Got to finish up some work here. Good night to you and yours. Much love. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. That's much appreciated. Hey, you have a good night, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for your donations. Oh, sorry we didn't get to your request. That's coming up next. Oh gosh. No. Let's party. I love these, you know, old school 90s games like Contra Hardcore and Alien Storm where you could choose to play as a robot character. Uncle Ben, what's up? I mean, Uncle Big. Uncle Big Kev. Wheelchair Gamer, you're watching the Suns. I love this boss music. Yeah, that's not scary. If that thing was coming at you like that, man, I'd be running for it. I don't even think you can really attack him right now. I don't think I'm hurting him. It's more like stay alive. The rotating sprite work. Now you sound like Joe from GameStack. Hey, man. He knows what he's talking about. GameStack's one of my favorite YouTube shows to watch. Joe's a good guy. Okay, now I'm hurting him. That pays to be the little guy, huh? He's like aiming up at me. It's freaking me out. Okay. I am emulating it, Jay Paz. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, got me. Dang. That was cool. That was a good run. They're going to start me at the beginning of the stage. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next game. We have a couple of requests in here. Thank you again. This was from Bone CK. And Dan, I'm trying to remember if you had given us a request with your super chat. Did Dan? Xenocrisis. I don't have Xenocrisis, the ROM. I'm playing ROMs here. I don't know if you can just download that ROM. I think that's a commercial, modern day release Xenocrisis. So, Dan, if you have another game, though, I would love to put it on for you. Thanks, man. Let's do Desert Strike. Man, I haven't played that in forever. I don't even think I've done that on a stream. I think other people have maybe requested Urban Strike or Jungle Strike, but not Desert Strike. To the point where I don't even think I have it. Here, let me see. Let me look at my ROMs here. Ah, here we go. There we go. Now it's loading. Man, Desert Strike. I tried to be the GOAT, man. The game can be really hard. Dino Land Hoosier is a really fun. It's like a platformer. Very cool, very colorful. No, Dino Land is a top-down puzzle game. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I think it's a Namco game. Listen up, pilots. You're about to begin a campaign to save the world from a psycho madman. Unless you stop this madman, he will start World War III, or even worse. What's worse than that? I guess that's why the line is kind of funny. Oh, yeah, so this is... I don't know. I don't think that guy would have had a Brooklyn accent like that. So I used to play Desert Strike and Jungle Strike and Urban Strike, all of the Strike games on the SEGA channel back in the day. And I used to love playing them. I'm just wasting all my ammo. Trying to figure out the controls here. Okay. What was the hardest game I managed to beat as a kid or teen? Mega Man X as a kid. I remember beating Sigma at the end was such an accomplishment. That's one I often think about, where it's like that was like nail biting, just going nuts trying to beat Desert Strike. Oh, I mean, Mega Man X. Look at the map again. Okay. Radar sites. This game, really controlled well. The yellow missiles, yeah. Yeah, I probably played Urban Strike the most. Because I think that was the first one I did play on a Sega channel. I never actually owned the game. Let's see. I gotta head back to the base, right? With the guy. Maybe not. I'm trying to remember. Sort of like Choplifter. You had all the new games, it seems. Tell us a story of a game rental if you can. Well, I did actually recently on the channel, the Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. I don't know if you saw that video, Retro Couple, but another rental story would be... well, actually, I did tell one earlier in the stream. I used to rent Captain America and the Avengers. That was the first game we started on the stream here. And I used to rent that all the time until finally I bought it, or Dad bought it, but we bought the Super Nintendo version, which is much worse. I think another rental story would have to be renting, of course. Um, hmm, we rented Conan the Barbarian on the NES and thought it was the worst game of all time. And it still might be like one of the worst games I ever played back in the day. Conan the Barbarian on NES. Stay far away from it. It's so bad. Okay. Let me go this way. Oh, well, there's the rental story. The best rental story is when I rented Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut on the N64. I'm not proud of this, really. I think it's funny in hindsight. But I fuel. I rented Sculptor's Cut, which is now one of the most valuable Nintendo 64 games. And I returned the game. I think it was Randall's or Blockbuster. I returned it, but with 63 1/3 in the case, and nobody knew the wiser. And I essentially, I guess it would be considered stealing, which I don't condone. But I ended up with Sculptor's Cut. It was kind of like, in my mind, an upgrade. Just nobody would mind. Blockbuster wouldn't care. But looking back, it was not the right thing to do. Shame on me. I promise you I did not continue a life of crime. But I was, a teenager, and I wanted Sculptor's Cut. The only way you could get it was through Blockbuster. I know, right? Terrible. Oh, man, where do I go now? It said mission complete. Oh, here we go. There we go. Wait, I thought... Let's see. I'm at my base and I just die. No, the fuel was right here. I should have grabbed it. Do you feel better now that you confessed? It's funny, I actually confessed to it in a video on my previous channel that, My Retro Life used to, is basically My Retro Life. This channel, the main channel, is a continuation of an older channel I had called iRetro Gamer. And I had a video on there where it was all about that. And maybe one day I'll do another video on it. It's a pretty funny story to tell in detail. But yeah, not my best moment. The Peter Pan game on NES is pretty terrible. You changed the chip? No, just swap the cart out. What was my dad's favorite console? His favorite console was either the Sega CD or the Atari Jaguar. Of all systems, he loved. He played Atari back in the day in his 20s. Was big into the original Atari, and so when the Jag came out, he was like fully on board and just loved it so much and supported it big time. Sega Steve, I ran into a couple of games over the years where the previous renter swapped the ROM board inside for some lame sports game. You weren't alone. See, I didn't go that far. I mean, I went pretty far. I mean, it's the same thing basically. But yeah, I mean, as far as switching out the ROM board so that you wouldn't even tell, that's crazy. I didn't have the means to it, and that was the only time I ever did that. I mean, that was. I think I felt pretty bad about it even after I did it. Guilty.
about it. But I was frustrated. I remember as a when I had it, thinking I couldn't own the better version of the game. Like I thought it was really low of the company to not offer it, to be sold. And so I I did that. I did the switcheroo. Um, okay, let's maybe change the game. I think we had. Oh yeah, I don't know if Dan's still watching, but let me know what you would like. I can't do Xenocrisis, but I can do. Let's see. I don't know if any other. We had some other super chats and Streamlabs donations, but I don't think anybody actually set a game. Let's see. Then let's see. Dan, I don't know if you had a different game in mind. What was the hardest game? Oh, I already read that question. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll jump into. Um, yeah, I don't think we had another game queued up in the queue, so I'll go ahead and pop on a different game though. Let's do some. I've been big on like I've been on a shooter kick lately. Let's do some Elemental Master. Which, if you guys haven't played this game, this is like one of the coolest shooters that shoot shmups, and the soundtrack is killer. This game is pretty uncommon, pretty hard to find these days. Goes for a lot of money, but it's a shooter unlike you've ever really played, because it's not like a space shooter or anything like that. You're literally walking on the ground and firing magic, and it's just such a cool concept. And it's got one of the best soundtracks on the Genesis. I've played Twinkle Tail before, emulation, I think, Steve, and it was awesome. Join me. Let's work together. We can conquer the world as father and son. No, I'll never join you. Basically, same dialogue. Oh, but they're brothers, I think. How many games and other movies and everything's copied Star Wars? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Listen to this soundtrack, guys. What's up, Juan Garcia? How you doing, man? All is well. I hope you're doing good. I mean, seriously, one of the best soundtracks. I only play retro on a CRT. Man, that's pretty authentic. That's like going vinyl, man. Convenience won out for me, but there's a part of me that would like love to be a purist like that. Okay, where are we going? You know you're in for a ride when like the stage select music is awesome. Jeez. I'm already getting my butt kicked. Okay. You know what? Another sort of shooter that this game always kind of reminded me of. It's not an auto scroll game, but Time Soldiers. I don't know if you ever played that one. It's on Sega Master System, but it was an arcade game, a Sega arcade game. And Time Soldiers. Oh, this game always kind of reminded me of Time Soldiers. Oh man, I've got to do better than this. Yeah, Mario. We were playing Elemental Master. And it's a hard one. And you want to keep those power-ups, just like any shooter. You want to keep those power-ups. So, what did everybody have for dinner tonight? Just curious. I'm always curious in that. Oh, man. Need to get that mirror. Pizza rolls, leftover Chinese. Ooh. I love Chinese. Shock Fox, what's up, man? Hey, actually caught alive. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Glad you're here. Steak and sauteed vegetables. That sounds good. I had spaghetti with some bread slices. Oh gosh, you made quick work of me there. Where do I get to start? Oh, they make you start over. Let's try a different stage. I'm curious, of those watching, who is now discovering this game for the first time? Because it's a pretty awesome game. I've never beaten it. It's very difficult, but I love trying to play it. trying to get far. But I'm still honing my skills. You guys can't tell because you're not playing, but there's literally a sense that on some areas that you're walking uphill because it's like you're like fighting something with the control. Now I'm walking downhill because it's pulling me forward. It's just brilliant game design, really. At least that's what I think they're trying to simulate. 8-Bit Assassin, how you doing, man? One of the most creative shmups I've ever played. Elemental Master. If you guys can, definitely hit the like button. We'll see if any more people join with us tonight. We got 33 people watching right now. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Thank you for spending your time with me on a Monday night. First time seeing this game, Entertainment Joe? I'm glad I can introduce it to you. Man. Oh, come on. It's hard to know where to hit him exactly. It's the one that's shooting at you that you need to hit. And that's the hard part of it. Dang, okay. Gotta hang in there. Shock Fox, unfortunately I missed most of the... Oh, Retro Gamer Man, thank you. Glad you enjoyed the last video, man. Good to hear that. I didn't get a whole lot of feedback because YouTube disabled comments on that one. So I'm glad to hear you liked it. Tyler, if you revive any SEGA franchise and give it a new game on Switch, what would I pick? Definitely, I gotta say Ristar or Restar. I don't know which is the correct pronunciation, but absolutely love that game. I think it would be amazing to see it reborn either as a remake or a remaster, you know, or a sequel, straight up sequel on the Switch would be fantastic. That's the one I would pick. Thanks, Saki. That was a tough stage, tough boss. I'm not going to be getting Sonic Origins. No, not until it gets discounted. I don't think it's worth it for $40. Kind of disappointed in that price point. I'm gonna wait for it till it goes on sale. Ristar. Yeah, and I always called it Ristar because I just thought he was like the rising star. So yeah, I mean, I guess both are accurate. It's such a great game. Just sit back, blast things to kicking soundtrack. So good. Just realized I had this weapon. Oh, you like a stall? Oh man, they need to re-release a stall like yesterday. HD remaster. What a great game on the Sega Saturn. Whew, man, that was close. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. Let's see. When are we going to get some Sega CD or 32X games on the stream? Only been Genesis so far. I know. No more super chats or Streamlabs donations have come through, so I might as well just pick a new game. We can just pick one on. Yeah, if anybody does donate any more, you get your pick goes straight up to the top of the list of what we play next. But I'll go ahead, and since you guys are already saying, talking about it, Sega CD 32X, why not? Let's put on a 32X game. Let's do. Let's do. I used to love on 32X. Of course, Space Harrier. The port of Space Harrier was great. Let's do some Tempo. One of my favorites on the 32X.
You know what time it is. Yo, homie, big deal. Tempo, check it out. Yo, he makes it funky, and he's good to go.
So funny. I used to sing this song all the time in the car driving. We joke around, Dad and I. I forgot all the words. No one's gonna move your mind. Groove is out of sight. Tempo. Oh man, I always wondered. Sega had all these great characters. We were talking about Astal, Rystar. There were all these great mascot characters, or that should have had more and more sequels. It's just sad we never got so many, and they just Tempo did have a sequel on the Saturn in Japan, Super Tempo. I think he had a Game Gear game too, Tempo Junior. Yeah. Sound like my dad? Yeah, I've gotten that a lot. In the last video you did, I love your Sega shirt, or was it Sonic? Yeah, I had a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 vintage shirt on. I mean, vintage it is now. Back then it was brand new, but loved that shirt. I used to wear it a lot. Got it when Sonic 2 came out. Oh, thank you for that. Super chat just rolled in. Actually, no, it was a Streamlabs Space Harrier for Retro CCN. We'll get that on for you, man. That'll be next after Tempo. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Let me see if I can beat a stage in Tempo, though, before we jump into that. Look, this game is amazing. This is inside the mouth of a giant dog, it looks like. Man, I miss the 90s. I really do. Such great animation, character design. What's up, Riz? How you doing, man? We're doing good, man. We're just playing some 32X games right now. 32X, Sega CD, and Sega Genesis stream night. Not on a typical Friday night, but I think we're kind of falling out of a scheduled night for these sort of things. It's really going to be just kind of random whenever I have the time, feeling up to it. We'll do a stream like this. This was honestly, this was the greatest time in games for me. It was such a Wild West. It felt like such a new frontier of video games, the way the companies competed against each other, Iron sharpening iron, Sega coming out with something, and Nintendo knowing they have to do something better, and then the Sony PlayStation came out, and it was just the great mid-90s, early to mid 90s, like 97. I was just talking to my buddy Brian about that. How like 97 felt like between 1991 and 1997 was like the best stuff. Oh wait. Oh wait. I got to float across here. Okay. 90s were peak. Yep, Charlie. These arrows are very confusing, actually. It's almost like telling me to go down. I really got to go up, though, if I remember. Come on. That music is such a SEGA sounding game. Oh, that heart. Remember that heart thing. Yeah, come on, man. All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I knew I had... Oh, no, wait. Let me go up here first. They were so fun, man. Saturday morning wrestling, yeah, dude. It was, I really think that growing up in the 90s and 80s, you know, 80s and 90s, man, I feel like we grew up in such a, we were so privileged to have grown up in the 80s and 90s, really. It was, you know, great time for pop culture, for video games, for movies, all entertainment. There wasn't a whole lot of, you know, terrible things going on. It feels like these days there's so much between the pandemic and the, you know, you got wars now, the huge massive wars going on. And I know war has always existed, but I don't know, something about, I think about it often these days of just, man, we grew up in such a great time. It's such a great time to be a kid. Very carefree days. I love this. I love his character design. How he's a grasshopper. He's so cute too. His big eyes and his little sidekick character with him. So good. An unsung hero for sure. Oh, was I supposed to grab that thing? Did I just blow it? Maybe not. I forgot how maze-like this was. It is super colorful. Incredibly colorful game. That's the 32X, you know, pretty sure it brought more colors to the table. Oh, there we go. Now we're good. Yeah, it looks like a Saturn game. I know. I agree, Charlie. If it had like a Red Book audio soundtrack, you would think it was a Saturn game. 32X, I always felt like wasn't given enough chance. It could have been this great, and it was for what it was. It was great, but it could have lasted longer if they utilized it well, not competing with the Saturn, but like, you know, as an alternative to, you know, having some super powered Genesis games. They could have coexisted. They could have coexisted if marketed right. And it's just a shame. Because what a cool idea. You can upgrade your Genesis and make it more powerful. And you get these cool games. And then you can do that, or you could buy the more expensive Saturn. They could live side by side almost, like, you know, 3DS and the Nintendo Switch did for quite a while. You know, instead of cannibalizing itself. All right, here we go. He dusts you off before you fight the boss. Yeah, I agree, Michael. A year earlier, the 32X would have done great. But check this out. I mean, look at this boss. Look at the effects on this thing. It looks like a Saturn game. It really does. Ah. Oh, come on. Oh. He took good care of me. Okay. First thing. Dude. You're filming a live TV show. That's what's like the gag here. Kind of like a Dynamite Heady vibe. It's such a bizarre game too. Oh man, I don't know if they're gonna start me there. No. Okay, well, that was fun while it lasted. You guys got to see some of Tempo. Hey, how many people watching? Actually, 36 of you right now. Never even heard of or saw Tempo before. Glad to introduce it to you if you haven't. Let's see. Let's do Space Harrier next. And actually, after Space Harrier, I'm probably going to have to call it a night because we'll have been going for about 2 hours. And I'm getting kind of sleepy. Got a day tomorrow. Got to do some work. And it's been a great stream, though. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, we'll do easy. Why not? Actually, normal. Look how great. Oh, gosh. This is such a great arcade port. It's showing you what the 32X was capable of. I mean, it's fantastic. And I wanted so badly for there to be more Sega arcade games released on the 32X. And there would have been had it lived longer. But as it was, we got Afterburner and Space Harrier. Always wanted Outrun, but then we eventually got the Sega Ages collection on the Sega Saturn with Outrun, which was cool. Dial-Up, you've only seen Tempo on YouTube videos. Okay. Well, I guess that's still that's still all you've seen it on but I'm glad I could show you live what it was like. Oh man. That's cool, Wheelchair Gamer. I'm glad to introduce it to you. Tempo's a great game, guys. If you get a 32X, it's a must-own. Must-own game. Super Tempo is one that I always had a hard time getting into, Retro Couple. That one was a little more challenging for me. I remember we had it, actually. We imported it back in the day. Joe Redifer now owns my copy of that game. Oh, come on. Tempest on PS1? Yeah, a little different. Tempo and Tempest. Be a good double feature. I never really played the Game Gear one. How was that? Tempo Junior? You know, at the time, this felt like, I mean, the frame rate dips a little bit compared to the arcade. But other than that, this was like owning the arcade game. It was so good. I spent so much time with this version of Space Harrier. I had the Master System version, Space Harrier 2 on Genesis, and then this one. For the longest time, those were the three versions of the game I had. Then eventually I collected the TurboGrafx Space Harrier. And then the Sega Ages. And then on Master System, I also had Space Harrier 3D. Which was really cool with a working pair of 3D glasses. I love this song. It's very relaxing, actually. Discotheque time. I walked right into that. Kink Mass. I forgot to shave. No, actually, I'm doing a goatee now. Trying something new. Actually, I did shave specifically for a goatee. Oh, man. AAA. The most commonly put in initials. AAA. Well, let's see. Let me look at some of your questions here. Or some of your comments. Riz, I have Space Harrier for Saturn. Boy, that game gets challenging in the later levels. It does, man. I think the furthest I've gotten is maybe like the 16th stage or something like that. It does. I've never quite beaten Space Harrier, but gotten very far. Tyler's doing the evil Spock facial hair thing. I don't think I know. I know that's a Star Trek reference, but I don't know exactly what that is. That's funny. I'll have to look it up. Evil Spock. Now with OpenEMU, I can play a lot of things. Yeah, OpenEMU is one of my favorite platforms for emulation, man. It's really good. No CD? Come on, need one. Nah, man, I'm getting tired. Getting pretty tired here. No CD. No CD tonight. Yeah, I got to call it a night, guys. But Has anybody heard of the Symphony of the Night demake for the Game Boy? No. But you know what's funny is that they were going to put out a Symphony of the Night on the Gamecom. Of all systems, the Gamecom, Tiger Gamecom, was going to have a Symphony of the Night port. Never happened, never materialized. But I remember seeing on the back of the Gamecom package a screenshot for Symphony of the Night. It was actually going to go on there. It's crazy. I wonder what that would have been like. It would have been terrible. Thanks, Retro CCN. I'm glad you like the goatee. Glad you think it looks cool. I'm gonna go for it. Go with it for a while and see. It's been a long time since I've ever changed any kind of styling with my haircut or facial hair and stuff like that. My wife likes it, so I guess that's what's most important. Tried, still fun as always. Evil Spock. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna call it. Thank you for being here on another My Retro live stream. It's been fun. We had some pretty fun games today. Let's see. We started with Captain America and the Avengers, and then we played some Contra Hardcore and Desert Strike, and then we did some Elemental Master, Space Harrier, and Tempo. Not a bad bunch of games there. Very cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. And do be sure to hit that like button on your way out and see if we can get some people who might have missed the stream to tune in. All right, guys, take care. I'll catch you next time.